I'm here with Timo Kotipelto for All Metal Music doing an interview. Can you describe Serenity to the Stradivarius fans who may not be familiar with your solo work?
Well, it's not that far away from what we've been doing in Stradivarius. Of course, it's like I would say it's not that fast and not that much power metal what Stradivarius fans normally might expect. But it's melodic metal, some nice melodies, some riffs, and excellent players on the album. The singer is what it is, but the musicians are very good.
How is it different working on solo material than Stradivarius stuff?
Well, there's a lot more work, what comes to my solo stuff, because I'm the only one who's basically doing everything. I have to book the studios. I've been composing almost everything except some of the songs, like two of the songs I co-wrote with the guitar player Tuomas Väinölä. He's been helping me actually quite a lot. But anyway, because I'm also I'm running my own record label in Finland, which is releasing my albums and some other bands as well, especially in Finland. So that takes a lot of time. So I would say it's 5 times more work, at least, if I compare my own thing to Stradivarius. Because in Stradivarius is the other Timo Tolkki, who's basically, he's producing and basically writing all the material. So I just need to, I would say, I'm just a singer in the band in a way. Of course, I'm also the member of the band, but it's less work, much less work.
Do you have a preference? Do you like working solo more or Stradivarius?
I like both. The good thing is that they are a little bit different, because it's when I'm recording some of Stradivarius songs, then it's sort of easy because there's this other Timo who's producing my vocal lines. So then it's easier. But then again, what comes to my own work, it's there's more freedom. I can sing, in any way I want. Basically, I can express in a different ways. But I like them both. They are pretty easy.
Why did you decide to do another solo album?
Well, it's the same thing like why I wanted to do any of the solo albums. And the reason is that in Stradivarius, this other guy is composing all the material. So, I'm a creative person myself. And I, especially before, also before I joined Stradivarius, I was composing something and writing some stuff my own. And now, since I haven't been so much involved when it comes to composing for Stradivarius, then I wanted to create something, and that's why it started. And I still have this need to create something, at least for myself. And then, of course, I'm happy if some other people, like the stuff that I'm writing. But that's the reason why I started, and that's the only reason basically why I'm still doing it. If I would compose everything for Stradivarius, I think I would not release any solo albums, because then it wouldn't make any sense.
Is there a reason why you chose the people you chose to work with you for the album?
Yeah, there's 2 reasons. Nice guys and very good musicians. So I'm just happy that I have these long-time friends who are world-class musicians. There's been Janne Virman on the keyboards and Mirka Rantanen on the drums since the first album. Actually, I met Mirka, the drummer, before I met anybody in Stradivarius. That was 15 years ago when I moved to Helsinki. And also, the lineup is a little bit different on Serenity compared to the first 2 ones, because now there's also Tuomas Väinölä on the guitar and Lauri Porra on the bass guitar, which were not on the previous albums. But that's the reason why they are on this one, is that I've been touring with them the last 3 years in Kotipelto, and we are like sort of, we are a band, we are like a family nowadays. So it's that's why the new album it also sounds more like a band album compared to the first 2 ones. There's less players and it's like more compact.
How did the recording process go? Were there any problems with it, or was it all smooth?
Well, the problems are actually, they lie what comes to booking the studios and trying to make sort of schedule that is good for everybody in the band, especially because Janne is playing keyboards in a band called Children of Bodom, and they are pretty huge, so they are touring so much. So that was sort of a problem. But when it comes to actual playing, actual recording, that's very easy because they are so talented. So that's not the problem. But the problem is to arrange and schedule everything. That's sort of difficult.
Serenity debuted at number 8 on the charts in Finland. Was that what you expected or higher than you expected?
Well, I've learned from the past that never to expect anything. So I'm happy with the result. It's Coldness was actually a little bit more higher. I think that was like number 4 or number 5 at the time. But then again, it depends on the month when you are releasing. If there's some other, big releases coming up and everything, I'm happy about it. But I don't expect anything anymore. I'm just, basically seeing how it goes, and that's it.
Reviews have been saying that Serenity's your best solo album. Do you agree with that?
Well, that's nice to hear, but I haven't really read any reviews yet because I've been sort of busy on the tour, but also on this holiday as well. And it just came out, just a couple of weeks ago. Not in the USS. I think it's coming out here a little bit later. Today?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay. That's good to know. So, well, I agree if some people say that this is my best album, because at least to me it sounds... I'm not, let's put it this way, I'm not bored with the album yet, because normally it happens that when you've been working like months for the album, and then you go home and then you try to listen to the album, and you are like, I've heard this before so many times, but now it still sounds fresh, and I think this is my best album. But of course everybody's saying that, so it's sort of cliche, but that's the way I think. Yes.
Do you have a favorite song off the album, or no, you like them all equal?
I have some of the songs are more, of course, what I like Serenity, the title track, is pretty good, and also the last song, which is called Last Defender. I like those probably best. Yeah.
Serenity had some different influences than Coldness. What was the reason for that?
Well, when I wrote the songs for Coldness, I had lots of problems with some of the guys in my major band in Stratovarius, and also that affected at the time my private life, so everything was completely fucked up. But now it's been more calm, and I have pretty good relationship with Mr. Tolkki again. And of course, then if you are not completely depressed, of course, when you are from Finland, then you are always a little bit depressed. So, if you are not like completely suicidal, then of course the topics are a little bit different. So basically, most of the songs are about my life and what I've seen, especially when touring and also off the tour. And there's a couple of songs. There's one of the songs which is related to some historical facts. The last song, Last Defender, and that's about the Battle of Stalingrad, Second World War. But the atmosphere in the album is a little bit different to Coldness, especially because Coldness, it was so depressing and sad album and frustrating album. I think I had to let some steam out with that album, and I can listen to all of the songs on Coldness, at least not in a one go. But Serenity is a little bit more positive, a little bit.